nature's trying to destroy us, and you know that I know at one point he said that like civilization is a thin sheet of ice over a black bubbling ocean of chaos.
Okay.
You know, and so a lot of times like when people try to assert dominance in nature, nature destroys them.
Okay.
And that kind of happens throughout his films. So you'll see, you know, and a lot of times it happens with these rivers, with the Amazon most of the time. The Amazon River appears in several of his films. And it's almost like a character rather than like having
he's not doing anything with the Rhone.
Well, yeah, not rather than having like a kind of a standard sense of morality of what good and evil is, and you know the good guy and the bad guy. He has this river that's trying to drown people, basically, and trying to.
So the people are not the main story. The people
not always.
Right. So the essentially the world is the story, and it's how the people try to either shove a square peg into a round hole, or how they work with it, or no.
Yeah, that would apply to some of it. Yeah, sure.
Well, but why funny? Why have I created laughter, tiniest of all laughter in Bucky Sinister?
I'm like just trying to explain these films to someone who hasn't seen them. It's just now it strikes me.
Never will. Never will. By the way, I'm so sorry, but I'm sure they're very lovely.
Yeah.
But I am interested in why, you know, because I mean, so he has a need to create this art, right?
Why I like them, or why Herzog does it?
Well, both of those are valid questions. Why did Herzog do them? I assume he did them because he had to do them. Because why does anybody do anything?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, like Herzog kind of grew up in such a weird time and place. He went from living in a cabin and seeing no one but a few relatives to living in post-war Germany, where it was just all rubble and you know, with this insane man living upstairs, you know, and like, so his whole sense of the world is uncommon to most people. Except
for the other people who grew up at that same time, right? So what he got out of it was amazing, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that he sounds incredibly unique, and
yes.
It's always interesting to me to find out, like, a guy like that who said, "Oh, that Kookasaurus Rex, let's give him $100,000 and let him make a movie."
Oh well, he usually started from very small budgets, and worked his way up.
Right?
You know, like even now that he's more well known, his movies are still strange.
He's still alive?
Oh yeah, he's still making things. He makes fantastic films.
What was the last one he made?
The one you probably know of
is Fitzcarraldo.
No. The one you probably have heard of is Grizzly Man.
Oh, that thing with
Timothy Treadwell, who goes off to hang out with bears, and the bears eat him.
Oh, it's like a documentary.
Yeah.
And then
Herzog's documentaries are fantastic as well. Well, he took all the guy's footage.
Oh, okay.
And remade it into a film, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's probably the most accessible thing he's done, and probably the one that captures his worldview and a sense of humor. And,
right.
You know,
I love that he has a sense of humor.
If you see a Herzog film in the theater, there are certain times where everybody starts laughing.
Yeah.
And you see this is the Herzog fans, because you know at some point he's got to put in his 2 cents about how nature's trying to destroy humanity. Okay. And it's just kind of funny when it shows up. And like
is he on the side of humanity, or is he on the side of nature?
He's on no one side. That's just his opinion about, like, well, it's us against them. It's not like it should happen, but it's like that's what's going to happen. It's not like the idea that you can commune with nature in a peaceful way. He thinks is ridiculous. Okay. And people keep trying it, and they always die.
It's like, yeah, you try to hug a grizzly bear, you will get eaten.
Yeah. Okay. That was his thing. He's like, man, I should have seen it coming.